Yo, what's up, everybody? It is Monday. We are kicking off a fresh week here on 412 Productions. Thank you guys so much for being here, hanging out with me, starting your week here as well. Jump into chat wherever you are watching. Say hi. We'll try to say hi to as many of you as we can. And yeah, about 5 minutes from now, we will officially start today's show. At the top of the 4 o'clock hour, let's start with D Live. We got Sour D. Good to see you. Light our souls, Q boys, just Jesse out there as well. Welcome, you guys. Hope you're all having a good start to your week on D Live. And of course, we are on Rumble as well. Although the only person I see hanging out on Rumble is our super mod, Joe Elaine. Good to see you, Joe. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. Jump in over there, guys. Hang out with Joe. And hit that thumbs up button for us, please, please, please. And of course, in the comfy bunker, Hill.net. That is really the main place and really the only place to watch the entire show. We go exclusive to Pill.net in the 5 o'clock hour, hour number 2 of the broadcast. Let's see who's all over on Pill today. Scrolling up to the tippy top of the chat. Let's see who is in there first. Floyd, due diligence. What's up, buddy? Again, happy retirement, Floyd. It was an honor to get on the stream with you last night and celebrate. Thank you for having me, and it's great to see you in the chat today. I see Lance Lightsphere out there as well. Joe Elaine keeping it nice and comfy. Thank you again, Joe, for all your hard work. Packers 412. Shout out to Lyle and Jenny. Packers 412 and Curious One. You guys are amazing. It was awesome talking to you this weekend. We got Floyd with a cookie, a Margarita Monday cookie. Thank you, Floyd, for breaking that gold pill seal. I really appreciate it. And we got Patriot 714 out there. Kane Chris in the house. What's up, Chris? Esther G13. Good to see you. Says happy Monday. We'll be lurking and listening. Great to see you, Esther. General Buford, welcome, my friend. R. Harold, great to see you. Brendolyn Gowerly checking in as well. What's up, Brendolyn? D. Richard, Pip's mom, checking in from Wales, UK. Shout out to all of our Patriots abroad. We love seeing the reach of this show across the entire across the entire globe. Really, we have viewers all over the place. I love to see it. Barb Robbins, Cynthia, Range Pony, Space Cookie. What's up, guys? Good afternoon, Mr. Gerardo. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. And hold on, let me mute my phone. It's gonna go crazy here. Kim Ha, what's up, Kim Ha? Norm, Hang Ten Alien Surfer, good to see you, my friend. And Star Angel checking in as well. Mountain Lace, Dwayne Q of Lurks, Poonslayer. Good to see you all out there. Snow Bunny 68, The Diligent, Mountain Lace. Welcome, 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 you guys. Mad Joker. D Patriot 1776. Say hi to D Lurker for us. What's up, Penn Sitter? Checking in from England. Love to see it. Tweety 52. Cali Patriot 14. Lord Mad Dog is out there as well. Floyd says, thanks again, Adel. The Beers and Bros show was epic. Yeah, I had a great time hanging out with you over there, Floyd, and all the other guys. That was a great time. And again, congratulations, man. You deserve it. And I hope you enjoy retirement. A from PA in the house. There's my man Tom Ford checking in from New Jersey. What's up, Tom? Empress bitch to you. Good to see you. Boys Blanc, thank you for the cookie. Webster Sham in the house as well. Jesse 81138, good to see you. Thank you for the cookie. Frodo Baggins checking in from down under. Crockett Man 62, welcome. Awake Russell, good to see you. 311 Hero, what's up, man? Good to see you in the chat. Saratoga Chuck, PNW Sasquatch out there as well. Let's have Duena Q of Lurks. If not, it's great to see you out there. Jenker 2, Slaybell 72, Loki 2517. Welcome, you guys. Awesome to see so many of our friends popping in early for the pre-show. Thank you guys again for starting your week with us. Hit that thumbs up button, repost the show, hit the red pill, all those important little things that help get the word out. We really appreciate you all doing that. as you know, finding new viewers in today's woke internet world is not easy. So appreciate all you guys do to help raise our profile any which little way you all can. Makes a big difference. So very, very much appreciated. And yeah, it is 4 o'clock. So why don't we go ahead and get this party officially underway? Kaz 1012, what's up? All right, guys, enjoy the intro. We'll be right back.
We will make America strong again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Y'all for tuning in, Patriots United, doing what we gotta do to win. Be addicted, the MS7, now we're moving in. And once we take over, we won't ever move again. Where we go on, we go all, I say it with pride. No, we won't run, we won't fall, we're right by your side. The demons have taken hold, but none of us will abide. Stand strong and stand bold, that's how we'll survive. 412 is the production, Monday through Friday, deplorable discussions. We're making it hard for the deep state to function. Every time they switch up the narrative, we debunk it. Adol Nero is the power that's controlling the plight. With all the patriots behind them, cause we're all in this fight. So many rhyme for so long, but we're giving them sight. Trapped in the world of darkness, but we're bringing them light. You may even find yourself in a different life. A lot of us have, and honestly, that's perfectly fine. Because exactly where you are at this moment in life is where you're supposed to be at this moment in time. It's all by design, the patriots are holding the line. They must have lost theirs, thinking they're controlling our minds. So many trapped in mental prisons don't know they're confined. They're just slaves in the system till the roles are assigned. That's sad, the good news is that we're waking them up. They have monopolies on minds, but we're breaking them up. Everything you thought was news, they were making it up. When we ascend, all the tyrants won't be making the cut. Let them all burn in the hellscape they create. We the people already mapped out our escape. We hold each other by the hand as we all elevate and go to a different place. They can never get chased. When I look into the future, I can see that it's bright. When this history is written, they will see that we're right. We formed our own community and the circle is tight, but I expand the circle with every word that I write. The pen is sharper than the sword when you wield it with might. Why do you think they try to kick us off all the sights? These people hate America, punish us out of spite. We are the beacons of hope in the darkness of night. So let's go, strap in, yeah, get ready for the ride. Watch the water, we're witnessing the turning of the tide. Feel the passion and the fire that you got burning inside. Take the narrative they're feeding you and turn it to the side. We're alerted to the lies, replacing with the truth. We know the plan they devised, they're invading the youth. Now we're only sending vibes to start raising our boots. These demons all weaponized. Now we're raising our troops. Now we're raising the roof and sounding the alarm. Remember that it's always darkest before the dawn. Life is a game of chess. They want to use you as a pawn. You're only useful until you're not useful, then you're gone. But not us, we're on the right team where we belong. Everybody is invited, so come follow along. We refuse to say things are right knowing they're wrong. Adol Nero, take the mic and take flight to the song.
And now, straight from the Steel City, it's your host, 412 Adol Nero.
All right, let's get this week started, everybody. Happy Monday. Thank you all for being here, kicking off your week with me here on 412 Productions. We are live with another deplorable discussions. Yeah, it looks like I'm riding solo for the time being. Tien Homesteader is out today. He's got beautiful weather in Tennessee. He wants to take full advantage and get some stuff done around the homestead. And last I looked, Drunk Pinata was still live doing Thinking Logically. So I'm sure he'll be here when he can be here, but no worries. Welcome to everybody filtering over from Thinking Logically. I see he's actually hosting me now on D Live, which means he's probably wrapping up. But again, I appreciate you all being here on this beautiful Monday. It's 83 and sunny here in Pittsburgh, PA on this April 29th, 2024. And yeah, we've got lots of good stuff to get into to start the week. Since I don't have any co-hosts to kick it around to and kill a little time in the opening, I thought we could kick off the week with a laugh. You guys want to have a little laugh with me today? I don't know if you guys have seen this yet, or if you're familiar with Afro Man in the song "Because I Got High," but apparently he redid the song and created a parody of his own tune to make fun of Hunter and Joe Biden. This is absolutely fantastic. So let's kick off the week with a little laugh, and then I actually have a corresponding story that we can do with that. Oh, wait a minute. There's Pinata now. Hold that thought. Hold that thought for just a second, because we will do this. We will do this here in a minute, but I wanna welcome in my co-host first before we get into it. Drunk Pinata, happy Monday, buddy. How we doing today?
Doing pretty good. How you doing today?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I had a good weekend, and just looking forward to getting another week going here. How was your weekend? How was your show today? Hope all is well.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. They are still kind of spinning their wheels a little bit. Not a lot to report from Trump trial land. It's just they're just really trying to lay on this whole look at what Trump intended to do type of thing without actually going through the actual minutia that's required for proving this document crime. So
So they're back on documents now, or
well, no, they haven't. They have to avoid that until like the last minute, and they'll say,
right.
"Well, clearly he knew all of these things when he was signing these checks or putting this in this invoice in the ledger." But I think that when it comes down to, it's going to come down to Trump's team making sure that they actually look at the mechanics of this, as far as the making sure the jury instructions are proper. What they're actually looking at here is not about um, Trump's entire life or their perceived perception of Trump and or any other acts that he may be accused of doing. Um, so they have to go through that, and this is essentially why the Harvey Weinstein thing was actually recently overturned, was that they brought up all these different things that were not part of the case that was in front of them. Is Harvey Weinstein a scumbag? Absolutely. Does he probably deserve to be in prison for his actions? Absolutely. But what they used in the case, this is why it got overturned, was they used this essentially like extemporaneous color commentary that was irrelevant to the actual charges. And that's what they're doing here. And even though New York's highest court just literally overturned a case because of this, they don't care. They need to have that label for Trump. And so they're still trying to pursue that.
Does it just go to further prove to you, Pinata, that this isn't even about a conviction, or
No, it's about a conviction.
it is about a conviction.
They want to be able to say felon. They want to say convicted felon. That's what they want.
Okay.
That's what they don't care if it gets overturned on appeal. They'll say, well, he was, previously convicted felon, now and now
Well,
acquitted, or whatever.
it goes
They'll
along
still
with,
use it as a superlative. They want the superlative.
yeah, it still just goes along with the point I was gonna make, is that this is, it's about being able to drive a media narrative than about, Trump face any real consequence.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they do want that too. They want that because they need that as part of the narrative of accountability. They always
Mhm.
say, and the no one is above the law shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. All right. Well, I'm glad you're here. I think it's just me and you today. I don't know if you saw Tien's message in our little group chat. So it's just going to be the two of us, it would appear. But have you seen the Afro Man parody of his own song with the Bidens? You know what I'm talking about? Because,
No, I thought that was
all
a
right.
meme though. Was that a meme?
No, he actually. All right, so we're gonna start today off with a fantastic little laugh here. I feel like it's a perfect way to kick off a Monday show. So you're gonna enjoy this, Pinata. I know I was literally laughing out loud earlier today when I stumbled across this. And it was all over Twitter earlier. I just didn't take a chance to listen to it, but I finally got a chance to check this out, and it's pretty wonderful. So without further ado, Afro Man, because Hunter got high.
Shout out to Bass Records. Hey, yo, Hunter. Roll up another one of them congressional blunts, brother. He was gonna get his laptop fixed, but Hunter got high. He wasn't gonna show all them dick pics, but Hunter got high. He should've let Hillary bleach his whole hard drive. Yeah, hey, Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. He wasn't gonna mess with the hoes, but Hunter got high. He was gonna take them all out on the boat, but Hunter got high. He's the smartest man Joe ever knew in his life. Yeah, hey, till Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. La, da, 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 da. He was gonna go visit his dad, but Hunter got high. He thought he had a secret stash, but Hunter got high. The White House got shut down. We all know why. Yeah, hey, Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. He never could pay what the fuck. Hunter got high. Now he gets $500,000 and up. Damn, that's high. That's high to the buck. That's higher than me. Biden never used to start with BUI. Yeah, hey, till Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Ukraine wasn't part of the plan till Hunter got high. China wasn't that big of a fan till Hunter got high. He wasn't gonna split it all with the old big guy. Yeah, hey, till Hunter got high. Till Hunter got high. Hunter got high. He wasn't gonna go to court, but Hunter got high. He never been indicted before, but Hunter got high. His attorney's out smoking a bowl, and we all know why. Yeah, hey, cause Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. He was making 80 G's a month, but Hunter got high. On a job brother ain't never done, Hunter got high. He got more LLCs than John Gotti's ex-wife. Yeah, Hunter got high. Hunter got high. Hunter got high. His cousin was never a pimp till Hunter got high. He had the best friends that money could rent, but Hunter got high. Just imagine if he wasn't rich and so damn white. Yeah, the cops will raid his house, eat his lemon pound cake, disconnect his cameras and steal his money.
That's amazing, right? That's that's fantastic. The fact that it's actually Afro Man doing it, like not some other, memer or artist, doing the parody. The fact that it's actually Afro Man doing it, I don't know. I think it speaks volumes to how much we're winning the culture war right now, winning the information war. I mean, you're taking these things mainstream into areas that I never thought we would see. It's a lot of fun. What do you think of that, Pinata?
Yeah, I mean, you're right about it's going that way as far as culture war wise, and yeah, I was just listening to shows before, and I heard it. I wasn't watching it, so I didn't realize it was actually him.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic. And just for good measure, guys, just for good measure, we're gonna throw it back to this one too. It's only a minute or so long, so since we're on the topic of making fun of Hunter Biden with music, let's do this one. We haven't done this one in a long time.
Who you trying to mess with, Ese? Don't you know who my daddy is?
That Hunter Biden was trading on his father's office to make 50 grand a month from the Ukrainians. In October, he admitted it.
The fact that you were the son of the vice president.
Yeah, no.
What role do you think that played?
I think that it is impossible for me to be on any of the boards that I just mentioned without saying that I'm the son of the vice president of the United States.
Son of Joe Biden, and boy, it's tough. I put the crack in the pipe and smoke it up. I like every day I'm tweaking, laptop leaking, pictures of me on a cocaine bender. Quick Pro Joe got me working in the Ukraine gas company directing. The only thing I know about gas, you can huff it. Now I got 50K a month in my pocket. For the directors, charisma, I'm smashing. My dead brother's widow impregnate a stripper. But nothing is better than crack cocaine when you're rich and famous in the Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight to the brain. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine in Ukraine. Cocaine in the Ukraine. Cocaine straight to the brain.
It's just too much fun. We need more of this. We need more musical parodies like this to continue to. I feel like that's something that you can make even supporters laugh or come over to your side when you can break through those barriers with a little bit of comedy.
Did you know that Hunter Biden is preparing to sue Fox News?
Yeah, I was just about to follow up with that. So let's take a look at that article, Pinata, because that's pretty interesting. So Hunter Biden launches war against Fox News with defamation lawsuit. Hannity, Bartiromo, Waters told to preserve docs. So Hunter Biden's legal team wrote that they anticipate imminent litigation against Fox News and request that prominent Fox News hosts, including Sean Hannity, Jesse Waters, and Maria Bartiromo, preserve documentation. Axios reported. The lawsuit alleges conspiracy and subsequent actions to defame Mr. Biden and paint him in a false light, the unlicensed commercial exploitation of his image, name, and likeness, and the unlawful publication of hacked intimate images of him. NBC News reported lawyers for Hunter Biden plan to sue Fox News imminently, according to a letter sent to the network and obtained by NBC News. The letter, dated April 23rd, puts the Fox News channel and Fox News Digital on notice for litigation claims arising from the network's alleged, and I just read all that, blah, blah, blah. Biden has hired attorney Mark Garagos, you tell me, and his firm to represent him in the Fox litigation efforts. The letter is the second outreach to Fox this month. An earlier letter was hand-delivered to Fox's counsel 2 weeks ago, and the network asked for more time to respond. According to a source familiar with Biden's legal efforts, the network has not yet responded to the letter sent April 23rd, which included a Friday evening, April 26th deadline to respond, according to Garagos. The letter is signed by Tina Glandian, a partner at Garagos, and Garagos working on the case. The story is developing. So what do you make of that? Is he just trying to have like a
Well,
chip
the problem is that everything he'll be saying is they're using his image and likeness. So he's a newsworthy character. At this point in time, he's essentially a public figure, and public figures obviously have a harder time with any sort of defamation because they are public figures. So he's got an uphill climb. I think he's looking for a payday. I think he's saying, well, they're settling all these other things. I'll just do this and try to get settled to try to pay off whatever he needs to pay off. Seems to me, that's what it is. It's not a serious lawsuit.
Okay.
His likeness? What do you mean? He's literally a news story. He's the president's kid, and it's not like it's a minor child or whatever. It's not like they're going after Barron or something like that, which they do, and they don't care. So it is.
Will Joe get 10% of the settlement? I think that's the question on everyone's mind. If they do settle, right? Will the 10% go to the big guy? Who knows? But yeah, no, I agree. Pinata, I don't see what kind of case he has at all. Let's put it this way, right? If Donald Trump had his defamation suit against the Hillary Clinton campaign thrown out over the Russia collusion and the Steele dossier nonsense, I don't see how in the world this gets thrown out, right? Or doesn't get thrown out, rather.
It should. I think it's just my guess is that there's something else that's coming up, another hearing or another whatever that he's just trying to deflect from. I mean, because it seemed as though it's been timed. That because you read from the article that they had previously said, get ready, get ready, get ready, and then now they're like, we're going to do it, but they didn't actually do it yet. So they're timing it with something else. Apparently, that's what I'm getting from it. Distraction, timing.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree. All right, well, let's take care of our sponsors, and then we will jump on in to some of the other news we got going on here today. Our first sponsor, as always, almost every day, is Earth Garden Botanicals. Earth Garden Botanicals.
Also, to come to think of it, think about what they said. Certain hosts preserve your documents, and in the list you read were all the people that are favorable to Trump. Now, what if potentially they say, okay, well, you're in active litigation, and you can't talk about Hunter Biden, thus by extension, anything involving Joe Biden during the election cycle, or will hold you in contempt.
Yeah,
I'm just thinking of ways that legally they would try to tie them about not being able to talk about it because of pending litigation. That's it. I'm not saying that they would literally jail these people for contempt or whatever. Just in general, what would they do to try to stop Fox News ahead of election? You put them in a legal bind so that they can't talk about certain things because of pending litigation.
that makes sense. No, that makes a lot of sense, especially, as we creep into the summer, closer to the election, these topics will become more and more of an interest to the American people, the voter. So that totally makes sense. If you could stifle as much conversation, the biggest voices on the right, this might be a way to try to do that. So yeah, no, absolutely. All right, first sponsor today, earthgardenbotanicals.com, run by our friend Jolene up in Montana. She's awesome. She's a patriot. She's an herbalist, a health coach, and she makes amazing, amazing wellness products up there. The white pine needle extract is the newest one. It is very good for detoxing and really good to have in the medicine cabinet if you feel a cold or something coming on. The white pine needle extract, I'd add the elderberry tonic in there as well, which boosts your immune system. The combination of the two of those can really make a huge difference if you feel something coming on. She makes incredible CBD and hemp products as well. The CBD oil tinctures are phenomenal. They are all the ingredients for them are locally and organically grown, which is why they taste so pure and delicious. Like flavors like orange ginger, bergamot, peppermint, huckleberry, cinnamon bliss, cherry. Even the unflavored is super awesome. There's CBD oil for pets, Delta 8 R&R nighttime gummies for a good night's sleep. Check out the fire cider to clear your sinuses through this allergy season if you're feeling stuffed up. This could offer some quick relief. You have a topical cream for your sore joints and muscles. It's an arnica salve with CBD infused or without it. I didn't mention, but there's a sunshine and pine needle tea, which is essentially a sipping version of the pine needle extract. There's a few other tea blends to choose from as well if you're a tea drinker. And of course, the critter juice. I did not get bit once on Saturday. Yesterday, I played 27 holes of golf without a single mosquito bite, and I credit the critter juice 100% for that. So make sure you guys go and check that out as well. All natural insect repellent. It works well. It doesn't feel oily and gross on your skin. It's a phenomenal product, and it smells good too. You really don't even realize you're wearing anything other than the fact that you don't get bit. Promo code 412 gets you 10% off your orders. So take advantage of this amazing line of products here. Yeah, earthgardenbotanicals.com. The other sponsor today is Integral Networks, integralnetworks.com, another America First family owned and operated company. Integral Networks is a third-party IT provider. They provide service to the entire United States. They're located up in the Northwest, and they help businesses of all sizes save time, effort, and money on their IT systems. They do so with a number of services, anything from data backup and recovery, cybersecurity, helping you install complicated devices like Cisco devices for your commercial networks. They also have the Integral Secure Workspace, which is an amazing product. What they do is they set up your users' work environment, their desktop, on a virtual a virtual desktop essentially on its integral secure server. So the difference is rather than your users doing their business on their local machines, they log into the server and use the virtual desktop to get their work done. It allows you as an administrator to keep all of the software and applications up to date from a central location. So you don't have to worry about installing and uninstalling different programs and whatnot on each individual machine. The other major advantage is all of your company data is secure on the server. It never has to leave because your users are logging in, using it, and logging out rather than carrying it around with them, which is far less secure if each user has all that data on each individual hard drive. So a really cool way of administering your IT right there. Go ahead to integralnetworks.com and reach out. Let them know 412 sent you. You can go to their website, go to their contact us page, or dial the number on the screen here, 916-758-9467. So big thank you to both of our sponsors today. Really appreciate both of the sponsors and all of you guys out there who continue to support all of our sponsors. Let's get into some poll numbers here as we get started. Lots of good poll numbers here as we cruise towards the end of April into May. CNN poll of all places: Trump posts record 6-point lead over Biden, 9 points with third-party candidates. So this is looking really good. CNN reports Trump's support in the poll among registered voters holds steady at 49% in a head-to-head matchup against Biden, the same as in CNN's national poll on the race in January, while Biden stands at 43%, not significantly different from January's 45%. Looking back, 55% of all Americans now see Trump's presidency as a success, while 44% see it as a failure. In a January 2021 poll taken just before Trump had left office, days after the January 6th attack on the U.S. Capitol, 55 considered his time as president a failure. Other positive findings include 55% of voters saying his presidency was a success, while 61% see Joe Biden's presidency as a failure. Among all voters, when independent candidates Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and Colonel West and Green Party candidate Jill Stein are included in the matchup, Trump holds 42% to Biden's 33%, with Kennedy at 16%, West at 4%, and Stein at 3%. Kennedy draws 13% each from supporters of Biden and Trump in the initial two-way matchup. Assessing Biden's time in office so far, 61% say his presidency thus far has been a failure, while 39% say it's been a success. That's narrowly worse than the 57% who called the first year of his administration a failure in January 2022, with 41% calling it a success. Although polling data is notoriously unreliable, the findings may be an indication that Trump's campaign is once again beginning to pick up steam. Meanwhile, a Bloomberg Morning Consult swing state poll this week found that Trump leads Biden in 7 key swing states, while Biden maintains a 2-point lead in Michigan, which is surprising to me considering the whole Gaza Strip issue, which seems to be really dividing the Democrat Party in a big way. And we know there's a huge Muslim population around Detroit and the Dearborn area. So I don't know. I would be really surprised if Joe Biden was able to carry Michigan, and I find it surprising that there are any polls showing him leading there. My question to you, Pinata, as I read through this, what I thought was curious was it said that Kennedy is pulling 13 points, pulling equally from each candidate here. What do you make of that? I would have thought Kennedy would hurt Biden much more than hurt Trump. But according to this poll, and again, these polls can be very inaccurate, it seems like it's more of an even draw away from both parties. Any thoughts on that, Pinata?
No, I mean, it just depends on, I guess, I don't know why it would be that way. I would assume that it would hurt Biden more than it would hurt Trump. But it's been kind of moving around, so I would say just keep an eye on it, see what happens.
Yeah, I wonder what like the main factors are and all of that. Like what it is about Kennedy that might pull somebody
The only
away.
thing the only thing that hurts Kennedy or hurts Trump with Kennedy is people's misunderstanding about Trump and why he supported Operation Warp Speed the way he did.
Right. That makes total sense. There's a lot of people on the right that don't think that Donald Trump handled COVID very well in general.
Yeah. And
I was
and there could be some there are valid criticisms of that, honestly.
for sure, for sure.
And
I don't.
we went through it. We don't have to completely relitigate the last full 2020 into 2021 because we were doing shows together. We already talked through all that kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
I know most of our audience was here with us when we were talking through it. So I don't think we need to really relitigate it. We understand about the Fauci issue, the Birx issue, all that kind of stuff. And um, but yeah.
Yeah. And then, I mean, as far as him pulling away from Biden, he's pretty much on the Democrat side on any other issue other than, like big pharma and big tech and things like that. So I think it's pretty obvious as to how he pulls away from Biden. But I was surprised to see that equal siphoning of votes from both sides. That's really the only surprise I see. This and the numbers in Michigan don't make any sense to me. But again, it's early, and these polls can be very, very inaccurate in any direction. But a CNN poll, you have to imagine, leans pretty heavily Democrat over sampling, as they usually do in the mainstream. So anyway, that's poll number one. Here's another look. This one is Real Clear Politics swing state polling, and we could see Donald Trump doing pretty well. A lot of these within the margin of error, so I wouldn't get super, super excited about these numbers just yet, but it's good news almost all around. Wisconsin, Trump's got a 1.8 point lead. Pennsylvania, a half a point lead. Pennsylvania is going to be rough just because our voting laws are so bad right now. And I tell you what, you want to talk about a GOP completely captured by rhinos, establishment, Republicans, and just bought and paid for shills. Pennsylvania is terrible. I was watching just a piece of a small interview that John Fredericks was given this morning on America's Voice Live. He's since moved to Pennsylvania. He's been trying to get more involved and help the state. And some of the stuff he was revealing, he was talking to Doug Mastriano, and they were kind of talking about Mastriano's campaign and just the complete lack of support he got all around, being an America First, true conservative candidate. It was kind of astonishing and infuriating, honestly, to see the way that had played out. So Pennsylvania is going to be a rough one, to be honest. I would be kind of surprised if Pennsylvania goes red, just given, again, it's not the people in the state or the actual voter. It's just a matter of the administration of the election and the complete lack of fight and support America First has within the Pennsylvania GOP, or at least the people running the Pennsylvania GOP. This poll has Trump up by 1.3% in Michigan. So again, these things are so close at this moment that it's hard to really read into these super small margins. Arizona, though, Trump is up 5%. That's looking good. Nevada, Trump is up almost 5% at 4.8. Georgia up 4%. North Carolina up 5.4%. And EC based on polls. I don't know what that even means. You know what that means? EC. Oh, Electoral College. Duh. Trump's up 86% or 86 electoral votes, 312 to 226. If all of these states were to go the way of this polling, and again, I just have to keep reiterating because I don't want anyone to feel complacent based on the polling. Trump is in a landslide victory right now, but Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, these are all states that we've seen what can happen if you take your eye off the ball for just a minute on election night, or of course in the days and weeks after election night. These leads that you might have quickly tend to disappear. So there you go. That is the latest there. I've got this on some polling to do with the economy as well. This is also on CNN. Take a listen.
But as you know, Americans don't assess the economy through the economic indicators
fair
and
point.
data that we all report on constantly. They assess it through how they feel about it. 34% currently approve of
Can you share it?
Biden's handling of the economy.
Oh, I'm not sharing. What am I doing? Oh, 0 days without a work injury, guys. Fuck. Here we go.
As you know, Americans don't assess the economy through the economic indicators and data that we all report on constantly. They assess it through how they feel about it. 34% currently approve of Biden's handling of the economy, so significantly lower than his overall job approval. 66% disapprove. And when you ask, how is the economy going today? What's your rating of it? 30% of Americans say it's good. 70% of Americans say it's poor. I just want to note here that the economy is overwhelmingly the most important issue for voters. This is not insignificant. And so while there are a ton of other issues that we discussed, and even issues that the president performs worse on, the Israel-Hamas war, immigration, the economy is still front and center for people. So this is something you're going to hear Biden talk about day in and day out to try to boost those numbers up as well. As you know, Americans...
So,
Adam, let me ask you a question.
Sure.
The way that they're trying to say that, oh, you should feel better about this. You should feel better about the economy. Look at these numbers that we're using to say that it's better. Now, are those numbers better than the previous numbers as far as the rates are concerned? Maybe. But if I say that, Adel, you're only 25% on fire. Only 20. Why are you complaining? Only 25% of you is on fire.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's only 5% of you is on fire. Is that still okay? No, it's not fucking okay. It's right. 0% should be on fire, right? And they're wondering why people are feeling it. It's like that's the best analogy I could say. It's like it's an immediate thing. People are still feeling it, and you can't make them feel as if that there's not something wrong when there clearly is something wrong.
I agree. It's pretty
Just because the rate of your fuck up has been decreased doesn't mean that you're not still fucking up.
and just the number, like we're all old enough to remember gas prices 5 years ago. We're all old enough to remember, if you wanted to buy a house, what interest rates were at 5 years ago. We all remember going to the grocery store and not, seeing absurd numbers at the cash register when you go shopping 5 years ago. Like, there's probably a lot of people living off credit cards or paycheck to paycheck that maybe didn't have to 5 years ago. So they can sit there and read their fudged statistics about job numbers or boast about, maybe a good day or two in the stock market. But the average person doesn't have a lot of stock or doesn't have like big investments out there, like they're celebrating things that only I think a small number of people relatively benefit from in this country, but the average person, they don't feel anything that comes of these numbers. You're right. So they can sit there and cherry pick statistics and different trends and cherry pick the timeline in which you look at those things, right? Because that's what they did before too, is like gas prices went up to like $4 a gallon, and then they from $2 and they lowered it to $3.50, and they start the graph at $4 and they show it going down to $3.50, and they're like, look, we lowered gas prices by 50 cents. It's the chocolate rations. It's always the chocolate rations with these people. The 1984 reference. So
Yep.
yeah, you're absolutely right, Pinata. And again, I mean, here, it's a good segue too, because I was going to follow it up with this. Food prices expected to rise 2.2%, with eggs, sugar, and beef leading the surge. So food inflation is expected to continue this year, with prices of eggs, sugar, and beef rising over 3%. In 2023, food prices rose by 5.8%. This year, food price inflation is predicted to be 2.2%, according to an April 25th food price outlook report by the United States Department of Agriculture Economic Research Service, or USDA ERS. Food at home prices are expected to rise rise by 1.2%, while costs of food away from home are projected to jump 4.2%. The following food items are expected to see price increases this year. We mentioned beef, 3.3%, poultry at 1.6%, eggs at 4.8%. Eggs are already way too expensive. Fats and oils at 2.2%, sugar and sweets at 4.3%. Good. Maybe America will calm down on the sweets a little bit and a little less diabetes. I'm okay with that one, actually. Cereals and bakery products at 0.1%, fresh fruits at 0.4%, fresh vegetables at 1.1%. The price of fish and seafood, as well as dairy products, are expected to fall by 1.6% in 2024. Pork prices are predicted to remain the same. USDA ERS also gave data on expected price change at the producer price index level. PPI represents price changes as experienced by domestic producers. This is a key measure, as PPI could signal what may happen to inflation at the consumer level. PPI for farm level cattle is predicted to jump, hear this, 9.4% this year. Wholesale poultry by 12.7%, eggs by 22.3%, milk by 4.4%, and vegetables by 5.9%. The USDA report comes as December survey by retail tech firm Swiftly found that grocery shopping remained a financial burden for many Americans, with 2/3 of consumers still struggling to afford their grocery expenses. Customers are now cautious about spending on groceries, checking items they buy, and relying on discounts. The Swiftly survey stated that 82% of respondents use coupons, 64% participate in loyalty programs, and 34% utilize retail apps. In addition, 53% of respondents said they have adjusted grocery budgets or shopping habits because of rising interest rates. Quote, the ongoing fluctuations in inflation, along with other financial pressures like student loan repayment and rising interest rates, are pushing consumers deeper into debt. Swiftly CEO Henry Kim said in a statement, groceries represent a significant portion of consumer expenditure following housing and transportation costs. In April 17th, Gallup poll found that the United States topped the G7 nations for the inability to afford food, as 26% of its citizens struggled to feed themselves in 2023. Every year since 2009, the U.S. has been at the top or tied at the top of the G7 for inability to afford food at times in the previous year. Republicans blame President Joe Biden's economic policies for pushing up grocery prices. Quote, years of out-of-control spending by President Biden and Washington Democrats have made it difficult to get inflation under control, as working Americans continue to pay more and more for housing, groceries, and everyday basic needs. Representative Mike Flood said in an April 10th press release. And while I agree that Joe Biden has not helped things, let's be real about it too. Donald Trump spent trillions of dollars as well and did absolutely nothing. I mean, I can't say absolutely nothing, because it was better under him, but he set a lot of these time bombs up to explode as well. There was a lot of spending under Donald Trump too. I don't want to be a complete homer, so to speak, on this. The omnibus bills, the giant spending packages, the holding the American people hostage for all the pork in these giant spending bills has been going on before, during, and after the Trump administration. Hopefully that's something that in a second Trump term dies, is the way that Congress does business, the way they budget, the way that they package these things together. We need to get back to single item spending bills. We need to get back to making Congress sign their name next to everything individually, rather than being able to hide behind these giant packages, and it obfuscates the whole thing, and it just removes accountability and transparency. People really don't know what their Congress people actually support and what they're just going along with to get their little piece of the pie. The whole thing is completely absurd. So yeah. Dwayne Q of Lurk says he was also taking in money with energy in China. Yeah, he did some more things to offset than Joe Biden. So I give him that. He reworked NAFTA with the UMCA, which was really, really big. And then, of course, the phase one of the new trade deal with China would have been big had it really had a chance to breathe before COVID hit. So there was some things Donald Trump was trying to do to offset things. He made the European countries pay their fair share for NATO in their own defense. There was a lot of things that Donald Trump did to offset some of these costs, but the spending, make no mistake about it, was still completely out of control and has been completely out of control for a long, long time. This isn't a new problem. I think it's really just starting to rear its head in a big, big way now, where it's becoming unmanageable and uncontrollable. Even though House Republicans were able to pump the brakes and control spending in the budget for this year, we can expect Bidenflation to persist as the president's administration continues to shell out billions of dollars under programs passed in the years when Democrats control Congress. And again, did they really pump the brakes? We're having minibusts and continuing resolutions, more foreign aid packages. It really never stops. It doesn't matter which party's in control. GOP blames stimulus bills. Again, they blame each other, but they're both responsible. All right. The spending, the out of control nature of Washington, D.C., it falls on the backs of both parties 100%. You have a captured Republican Party that goes along and gets kind of dragged over by the Democrats. And the Democrats, we know what they're all about. I mean, they're all about big government, big taxes, big spending. They want to destroy this republic. They want to destroy the dollar. They want to make this country into a third world country. They want that new world order. And to do that, you need to destroy American sovereignty, American excellence, American prosperity. So you know what the Democrats are all about. You know that they're the rhinos that, essentially enable them to do that with the way they do their business. There's very, very little resistance in Washington, D.C. at any level to this. And there has been very, very little resistance to any of this for a long, long time. And that's what's so frustrating about what we're seeing now in the House, because we were promised with this new Congress, and we saw all this drama over the speakership twice now, that things were going to be different. The way business was going to be done was going to be different. Everything was going to be debated individually. Everything was going to have its own debate. Everything was going to have its own vote, one item at a time. And that just simply has not been the point. They kick the can down the road until they're facing a government shutdown. And then, at the very last minute, they find some continuing resolution to continue spending at essentially the same levels we've been used to. So it's incredibly disingenuous, is my point, to just blame it on one side of the aisle. And trust me, I don't appreciate anything the Democrats have done, but I just wanted to call that out. Old Salty Dog says he rebuilt the military and filled the oil reserves. His spending was for the right reasons to benefit us, not them. That's the difference. To an extent, but all that was done through giant omnibus bills. So yes, you would get, let's say, a $1 trillion bill passed. You would have maybe half of that go to the military and everything you're saying. But to get that passed, you would still have to sign the bill that had $500 billion in pork. Again, holding you hostage. You need A, B, and C. Well, we want X, Y, Z, and a bunch of other things too. So if you want A, B, and C, you need to let us pile X, Y, and Z and little treats and goodies for all of our friends in there too. Plus all these different laws that should have their own debate. We're going to sneak those in there as well, continue to remove your rights and freedoms without a debate, without a word about it in Congress, and then pass that through. And there was at least one point, again, in defense of Donald Trump, where he wanted to veto one of these spending bills. And of course, you had the Democrats and Republicans come together in a veto-proof majority to override that. I believe that was the last one that went through. You had Mitch McConnell rally all the other useless rhino senators to get that done. So, and no, not much of that money went back as stimulus. The stimulus was a small piece. So I'm not going to be just pro-Trump. I mean, he definitely allowed a lot of this to happen on his watch. And again, I don't know how much he could have really done to stop it and still get some of the things done that he wanted to. But this has been a consistent trend for a long time. Go ahead, Pinata.
I think I know we can solve the national debt
Okay.
because the whole world's screaming about Ukraine, right? I will say I will tell I would make a deal. We will continue funding Ukraine for whatever they want. If all of the national debt is canceled.
I
All the
like
different countries too. All the different countries. Because
sure.
it's a
Well,
better deal than what we have with the national debt currently. I mean, so I'm just at what point do we just say, you know what? Um, yeah, we're not going to pay that. We're going to default on this. We're going to default on this. Like, at what point do you just, you know, where do you get to fuck it? you know,
I don't know. It's a great question. It's a great question. And what would be the actual consequence of that? We were like, you know what? This fiat currency is no longer good here. We're switching to a gold back.
yeah, we're gonna. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna cancel any of the debt that any of the European countries have, and we'll stay in NATO. It's meaningless anyway. It's us. NATO is the United States. It's meaningless. When if they think that that is so important, they should be willing to take that offer.
I agree.
We will never get rid of NATO, but we're going to cancel our debt that you bought that we're not that we're not we will not owe you. Let's see what they say. I mean, that's the kind of stuff, and that's the kind of negotiating I'm hoping Trump's going to be doing. I know those are extreme examples. I know they're not really realistic examples, but I'm just saying at some point you have to start saying, no, we have to completely change revolutionize what and not go along with the status quo.
Yeah, no, I agree. And the only reason I brought up, what I said, I'm not trying to bash Trump. It's the last thing. I think Trump did a fantastic job as president, and he probably did the best he could around all these things, considering how swamp filled the Congress is and how difficult it is to work through that. This is not.
Oh,
This is
that's
not.
a good.
Well, I just want to say this isn't meant to be me bashing Trump. My point is, it's disingenuous for a Republican member of the House to come out and try to pin this squarely on Joe Biden when our own party has aided and embedded this entire thing for a long time. If he would have said, Joe Biden is really turbocharged what's been a problem for a long time. We have too many Republicans and Democrats that go about this business in the wrong way, then that's fair. But to sit there and one side to say, hey, it's their fault, and the other side to say, hey, it's their fault, and really what it does is create this false binary of who to blame, when really it's both parties working together to fleece you of your tax dollars, to steal the wealth of future generations for many, many years to come. And when they go back and forth and do the WWE soap opera wrestling bullshit, nothing ever there's no greater understanding of the issue that gets achieved then, right? It's just then this side of the population arguing with that side. Meanwhile, business continues as usual. It's not until members of the Republican Party, and we're starting to see it more and more and more over the last 8 years, starting to call out their own, starting to own the shortcomings of their own situations, their own swamp within, that's when things really make a difference. But when you have people that just do that whole pro wrestling soap opera nonsense the whole time, what that does is, again, just create this false drama that the population gets sucked into. And while they're sucked into it, they just continue the same business as normal. Nothing ever changes. And so that's why I called it out. It was not meant to be a bashing of Trump. It was more to highlight a larger problem. Go ahead, Pinata.
Yeah, Webster Sham is correctly pointing out in the chat. It's the Federal Reserve's debt. It's a private bank. So if we really wanted to, as a country, we could say, "I'm sorry that this is happening to you, but we're no longer going to be using that central bank. We'll open up a new one. I don't know. Who knows? Just go that way." And he's saying it's onerous debt, not legal debt. So I get that there's nuances there, Webster. I know, and if Tian was here, he would already have stopped me a long time ago about what I was saying. I'm just talking about a thought experiment about just how people perceive it in general. That's all.
Yeah,
I appreciate them. the guidance to make sure we're technically correct.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, guys, we are at 4:55 already. It is going quickly today, but that does mean it is time to transition into the second hour of the show. So it's time to go over to pill.net. If you're watching on Rumble, DLive, CloudHub, Odyssey, Twitter, or YouTube, go over to pill.net. Find us at 412 Productions for hour number 2, because we will be hopping off of all of those other platforms. There is a link provided underneath the Rumble stream and in the Rumble live chat. I just put it there, and I'll throw it over on DLive as well. Make it as easy on you guys as possible. Your other option, if you can't get to those links for one reason or another, simply type in pilled.net, PILLED.net, into your internet browser. If you're on mobile, you'll see all the live channels at the top of the screen, all the thumbnails. On desktop, they're on the left-hand side. We are 412 Productions. We're a little black and gold thumbnail. Or just type in 412 Productions into that search bar. You will find us quite easily. So I hope to see you guys over there. I'm going to play a quick little video to break up the show. We'll come back on the other side, officially say goodbye to our other platforms, and then we'll read your gold pill chats. I saw a handful of them rolling on through in the first half, so we'll catch up with all of your gold pill chats, read those and react, get those in if you have something to say, and then we will continue on in the second half. I've got more on the House, more drama around the speakership, Ukraine funding, and all of that, plus a whole bunch of other stuff as well. There's all kind of interesting little topics that we could get into on this Monday afternoon. We'll see what we have time for in hour number 2. So get on over to Pilled for hour number 2. We'll be right back.
Pill.net is proud to host 412 Productions, exclusively on the true home of free speech. To continue watching the show, we are here to help you over to Pilled. If you're new to the platform, just click on the welcome link provided. It will then automatically walk you through signing up for your free account. If you already have a Pill.net account, follow the link provided directing you straight to 412 Productions channel. We are excited to have you join the Pilled family, and if you have any questions at all, please email support@pill.net. Enjoy the rest of 412 Productions on Pill.net. Free speech lives here.
All right, we are back, and thank you guys again. All of you who have joined us on Pilled.net, hopping over from other platforms for the second hour of the show. That means the world to me when you guys do that. So thank you, everyone who is doing that. If you're not going to be joining us for hour number 2, no worries. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time to kick off another broadcast, another Deplorable discussions. So we'll see you guys then. And just to let you all know, on Wednesday we've got Graham Moore Daddy Dragon joining the show. That's going to be awesome. Checking in with him, see what he's got going on over on the other side of the pond as he checks in from England. But this is again where we say goodbye to those other platforms. One last chance to get on over. Again, the link is in the description on Rumble, the live chat on Rumble, and the live chat on DLive. So hope to see you all in the comfy bunker. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your Monday, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern time.